Hello everyone and welcome back to Everyday Husband Quotes, the channel for marriage advice, marriage entertainment, and everything else marriage. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So Loni Love did this interview with Tamara Hall, and she talked about after dating her boyfriend James for 5 years now that she will never marry him or have children with him because she wants to live in her purpose as an entertainer like she has been for the last 15 years. And honey, I just think that statement is so powerful that she chose purpose over marriage. But also being an entertainer is Loni's livelihood. Now, she had plenty of reasons why she doesn't want to get married, but the number one reason she gave is her career. She says that her career is important to her, and not only that, but she doesn't want to settle down to have a family life. So that's why it's a no to having kids as well. But she said that she had to be honest with herself to even come to that conclusion in the early parts of her career as a stand-up comedian. And now Loni says, I want to use my story to really help women to understand how do you find yourself and how do you ask the hard questions. She says that I'm not saying I'm against marriage, but being a wife is important and marriage is a serious situation.
Marriage is a serious situation.
It is.
And I was really young in my stand-up career, and I really wanted to be an entertainer. I had already left engineering because I didn't want to be in a traditional relationship. And then I was in love, but it takes a lot. He needed to move to another state, and that wouldn't allow me to be a stand-up. So I really had to make a decision of, did I really want to, have that settled down family life, or, was I going to be an entertainer? And that's when you really have to ask yourself questions, and that's what this book is really about. It's really to help women to understand how do you find yourself? How do you ask the hard questions? And so, I didn't want to do him the disjustice of not being a wife, because being a wife is important. And, I think I made the right decision, because look at me now. I'm living.
Now, Loni Love says that she met her boyfriend James online, and she jokes and says that she met him on christianmingle.com, even though they are not Christians, but they are religious. She says, I wanted to meet a nice man, and I thought, let me go on christianmingle.com. My boyfriend James wasn't really a Christian either, but he is religious like me. So maybe this is God's way of putting us together. It does feel good to be in a relationship, and James is supportive. And when you meet a person online, you have to be very, very protective. James and I talked for a moment, then we met in person. I did it this way because if I didn't like him, I could leave and it wouldn't be a big deal. So we met at the movies for our first date, and now that I am older and I am dating, I was looking for someone with a level of compatibility. I'm not going to lose myself in this relationship, she says, because I always dedicate time to myself. I have girls' night, and I make sure James is doing what he likes to do as well. And so what made our relationship work so well is James was not familiar with me as an entertainer or a stand-up comedian. So we had the opportunity to know one another like two regular individuals would. So yeah, that's what Loni had to say about meeting James, her boyfriend, online, christianmingle.com. And I don't know about those who are looking to date in this season of their life, but maybe you should try the christianmingle.com app. Maybe there's someone out there for you. Now, people were also in the comments applauding Loni because they agreed that Christian Mingle was a good app where they met their spouses at. Someone wrote, my husband and I met on Christian Mingle 12 and a half years ago. We just celebrated 10 happy years of marriage. Someone else wrote, you gave me hope. I have been single for 7 years now. And then someone else wrote, well, maybe I need to get back on there. I lost hope. So before I wrap up this video, y'all, there is no perfect guide to being married. I'm sorry, there's not. If someone told you that there is. Marriage is not perfect, and I strongly dislike the term couple goals because you should not desire to be like any couple out here. You don't know what them people go through behind closed doors, and social media has this false persona that this is what marriage or being in a relationship is supposed to look like. It's okay to learn from people, but use your discernment to know the real from the fake. Also, Loni is saying that she's putting her career before marriage, and I know so many women out there that do choose to put their career before being in a committed relationship with another person. So how do you guys feel about that as well? But those are my thoughts. Leave yours in the comment section of this video. As always, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.